History will likely be made today in multiple ways at the Supreme Court as the justices hear arguments on the issue of birthright citizenship.
So at issue will be the president's executive order ending automatic birthright citizenship for the children of illegal immigrants. And it will be argued historically in front of the man who signed that order, President Donald J. Trump, the first time a sitting president has attended a Supreme Court argument.
This could be intimidating.
Very much. So joining us now is senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. So Judge, this all hinges on the 14th Amendment, which was passed and designed to basically ensure freed slaves were U.S. citizens. It comes down to the definition of, quote, subject to the jurisdiction thereof.
Right. So the 14th Amendment doesn't say all persons formerly held in bondage shall be American citizens. It said all persons born here and naturalized shall be American citizens. And that has been interpreted, with the exception of one case, uniformly to mean every human being born here, no matter the circumstances of their birth, unless the mother was the spouse of an invader, or unless the mother was a diplomat or the spouse of a diplomat, since diplomats and invaders are not subject to the jurisdiction of the country. The government argues that if a woman comes over the border just to give birth so that the baby is an American and then she and the baby and presumably a spouse receive benefits from the state in which the baby was born, they are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States because their true loyalty is to the country from which they came. The Supreme Court has ruled, with the exception of one case, get to it in a minute, everybody born here is an American citizen. The one case involved Native Americans who at the time were considered, this is after the Civil War, but before World War I when the law changed, they were considered citizens of a foreign nation located physically in the United States, nations that had treaties with the United States. Congress reversed that decision by enacting a federal statute that says all persons born on these tribal lands are American citizens and have all the privileges thereof.
So you were just telling us in the commercial break that in the first 10 minutes of today's hearings, you'll be able to tell where they are leaning. And it's worth noting that everyone can listen at home as well. They'll be streaming this.
You won't be able to watch it, but you can listen to it.
Right.
I'm watching two people. We probably have a good idea which way the real conservatives, my college classmate Justice Alito and Justice Thomas, are going to go, and we probably know which way the three liberals are going to go. We want to watch the folks in the middle. In this case, two of them, the Chief Justice and Justice Gorsuch, will probably give us an indication of how the court is going to go based on the tenor of their questions and how aggressively they question the lawyers for the government. Those are the two that I'll be watching.
So do you think it'll have any bearing on the case that the President of the United States will be sitting front row, I'm assuming, there, because he is a party to this case, which is unusual.
Correct. He is a party. The case is called Barbara against Trump. Barbara is the last name of the plaintiff, and Trump is obviously the President of the United States. The lawsuit is against him. Look, last week he said two of his appointees sickened him because of their ruling on the tariffs case. I mean, tariffs are core to his domestic and his foreign policy. You can understand how upset he was at that. Will his presence affect them? I don't think so.
All right. Great piece in the Wall Street Journal. I recommend you reading it.
The piece in the Wall Street Journal really lays things out and makes you think about this. This is not necessarily a liberal versus conservative. This is a what do the words say and what was the understanding of the people who ratified those words. Here we are in 2026 trying to figure out what they meant in 1868. Welcome to my world.
A little difficult. All right.
No social media back then. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Judge.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.